Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and I'm a filthy pig man. I tried to tell myself I should play a lot of Dooley and Vanessa this meta because I have played way too much pig in the past according to my stats. My stats, by the way. Just twice as much pig as Vanessa, way less Dooley. But I can't help myself. I love pig. He's the most fun to me. He clicks the easiest. And a lot of the stuff in the patch seems like a direct buff to pig. I say this as someone who doesn't even have the new cards that seem really good for property pig. But just taking the income start on pig and then figuring out how to scale into the late game feels incredibly strong and reliable to me right now. I'm having a blast doing it. Here's a great example of a, honestly, pretty milquetoast vanilla property pig run where I don't particularly high roll anything except getting a decently good mid-game build. And I felt unstoppable pretty much all run because like the early game of other builds are weaker with the new kits and the mid-game transitions are smoother with more money. And then it's much, much harder with the Omnibonk to actually stop a late game property pig. And I feel like pig's on top of the world and I love the character and I can't make myself play somebody else when property pig is on the table looking this good. Here's the run. All right, I know I'm not supposed to be playing pig this patch, but I just feel comfortable with the idea of playing a pig that starts with 12 gold and 3 income. Although day 1, B1, B2, when I have no items yet feels a bit rude.
Bring it back. I want you to be.
Do I buy the Lumbors to flip them down the line? I mean, right now they're actually better than Regal played.
Free. I like the exercise.
Dog and Atlatl feel like bait. Like I have no small items if I buy the dog. The Atlatl's not very good. I don't know what I was rolling for. Briefcase, ATM, that sort of stuff. Yeah, there were plenty of economy options that I would have liked to hit. I think I go for Kyber Drone here. None of the options are great. Kyber Drone has the best average gold. It has the best loot items. I don't need duct tape if I'm having opening weapon starts and looking to go into late game property scaling. And while we wait for Kyber Drone to die the sandstorm, I should remind you that if you're not subbed to this channel, you can subscribe for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and he's dead already. That'll be the end of the call of action. Good job, Jabali and Longbow. Unlike Lumbors, one of my items does something. I'm just gonna go Lost Chest and get an upgrade hammer. Silver Jabali and Longbow can solo day 1 fights. I have no reason to think that isn't still true. For the same reason, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna get 5 regen. That can massively swing day 1 fights. And let's see what this other pig is up to. I wonder what the meta is for pig. I don't have the new cards for pig, by the way. 7 income means he didn't take the income start. He has a deadly matchbox and no non-weapon items. That makes the deadly matchbox a lot worse, you know. The second shot on this bow should deal monstrous damage. I should be above him on health for the rest of the fight. So yeah, this is an easy win. I probably won without the Silver Jabalian, but it'll help me tomorrow in both my PvP and PvE fights. I'm happy with taking it. And the economy start is just so strong. I feel so comfortable as pig. Like even if I lose the first 4 days, just the amount of gold this gives you to play with. I'm not really looking for small items. The region here is kind of huge. I'm happy to just hit that button again. Wow, no thanks. Oh man, I guess I'm taking 4% crit chance. This is all pretty horrible for pig. Nothing but completely irrelevant edge case skills. I'm gonna go abandon chest and get another silver upgrade hammer for my Regal blade, which currently sucks. I don't believe upgrading this actually does anything. Oh, it does gain 10 base damage. I thought it was only when I sold things. With 10 regen, I just crush Rogue Scrapper. I have nothing to worry about. I'm just here with 10 regen and a Silver Jabalian Longbow, and that's good enough. Technically, the Lumbors do scale, but I mean, like, not really. I might be overconfident here. I might have thrown by coming here. I'm pretty sure Jabalian wins. The issue is that it has to get 2 seconds into Sandstorm before it fires the last time. And I'm not gonna have the life lead before then. You know what? I might not have the life lead then either. I do, thank God. Okay, we should win in Sandstorm then. Yeah, definitely. I was just a little bit worried. Also, wait, this fired 3 times. That's 27 seconds in. The Sandstorm start at 30? I thought it started at 25. They might have moved Sandstorm back 5 seconds. That or I'm a complete crazy person. Yeah, there's no reason to go middle here. I'm gonna go medium items, find some economy. Oh! It's day 2. You can't be giving people crooks. What are you doing?
But people thought it was
That shit's a war crime. I shouldn't have this. Do I want to go dog now? Like, selling the feather for the Regal blade suddenly looks like it's a way to go 10 wins. I currently have no use for a bronze upgrade. Upgrading dog's alright. I'm just gonna roll. I don't think I want dog as one of my items anyway.
Just
Boomerang's a
tell
better
that
upgrade anyway.
And I'll trot it to your door.
I currently don't level up. If I go to Mountain Pass, I have a good chance of leveling up. Can't imagine I lose.
Studied for this. I can win.
So he has 300 health, so he dies. Just when the Jabalion goes off, that's the end of the fight. This guy's surprisingly scary due to panic and just how much damage these potions can deal. But, you know, he's just dead. Not important for this character, for this build at least.
More is more, I always say.
Gotta be gold and loot. I just don't have anything that cares about selling items right now. And the Lumbors can come back in. They're scaled up by a crook. They're doing something. I'm not going to sell the Insect Wing. It won't affect the fight. I'm not currently committed to this Regal Blade. Yeah, just day 2, level 3 with the crook.
Go ahead.
It's fucked up.
Underestimate me.
The cove's at what value? 3. Okay, I think we're good. Restorative Catfish is pretty big. That is a lot of healing. I'm pretty sure we just bulldozed through it like on the first shot of the Jabalion Longbow though.
You've got
Yep.
talent.
Yeah,
You
that's
should put it
that's
to
exactly what happened actually. Okay. 92 plus 37, basically 130. He just takes his entire life bar 9 seconds in, huh? I'm happy with Midsworth. It's not a great shop for me because, like, obviously it doesn't sell crook items. But it does sell weapons for Regal Blade. It can sell big late game scaling items. I'll happily take these 2 bronze items. That one just vanished. Looks like I bought it. I am going to roll a Pig's Gem Pawn Shop. I think I wouldn't take Fixer Upper with my current board, though. I'll take another weapon. I'm going to go fight here for sure. Maybe I should care more about income. Maybe I should have considered clicking that. I think I've just got enough. I think fights are good. It's the Jorts. No, thank you. Don't want them. Oh, this is a day 3 fight that I was up against, huh? Anyway, Aetherite's dead. I forgot to use Boomerang. Shit. I'm so bad at the game. I was busy being surprised to find out that was a day 3 fight. I just had in my head it was a day 2 fight. He's still surprisingly scary, but a lot less so than I thought he was. I think I'm still just traumatized from him critting and instantly burning me to death one time. Oh, I have 10 regen on top of the crook level 3 Jabalion at silver. That was such a gross day 2. Yeah, the Boomerang's a lot worse when you don't use it. It is only at bronze, so it's not the biggest deal. I'm going to try to avoid selling the weapons for just about as long as I can. Same with the feather. Upgrade a bronze tier item or a bronze tier skill. I mean, unironically, the best upgrade I currently have is this Boomerang. You know, if I hold that feather for as long as I possibly can, I can enchant the feather with random. Or sorry, the wing. And that would let me see what the enchant is and assign it intelligently. That's insane. All right, cool. We're going Diamond 10 wins on Crook Regal Blade. It's like we're really playing the second match of the game. Yeah, you buy the flail and roll. Sorry, my brain's blanking a little bit. The RNG is not supposed to be this good. I'll take the masterpiece. I have the stash space. And yeah, I'm happy to move on here. I don't think I'm going to a shop having just bought the masterpiece, but that's fine. Oh. Have anything to sell? I've got a scrap I can toss. I can buy a bronze skill off Nufu. Your items have plus 4% crits. Sure. It is worth it to me. Just barely. I don't think this 0 win Vanessa's got what it takes, man. This build is cracked for day 3. I've got 10 regen, crook, 250 damage gold Regal Blade, silver Jabalion, 10 regen. Again, I have to keep reiterating. It's just this much health is not normal for this point in time. 13% crit.
Another round.
Didn't even get to use the Jabalian longbow. I was about to hit him for 500 damage. We're in a good spot. It's been a while since I had just like a strong opening that fed directly into a crook. I don't know how I've been missing them so frequently. Go economic items. There's big hits here. So Lumbors kind of suck ass. I'm gonna sell those to afford this. And I'll start scaling up that masterpiece. I can work at the docks. I can't go anywhere else without actively ruining my build, so let's go find a new weapon. Huh. You know, if I manage to hold on to this feather as long as I'm hoping to, and we get shielded specifically, that could be pretty good. Otherwise, it's terrible. Even then, I probably just put it on the Regal blade, right? Probably useless. Yeah, no, that goes back in the things you intend to sell. I'm not using a armadillo. What am I talking about?
Hi, I'm a Hexa. How can I replace you today?
Anyway, a Hexa is a complete walkover. We just deal more than enough damage, and we have no small items. Without any small items for the virus as a target, her build does nothing. Also, now that it has voice lines, I think of a Hexa as a her immediately. I previously had no gender assigned to this thing.
Restarting.
More is more, I always say.
What skills am I even looking for? Heavy firepower, probably. I mean, honestly, I'll just take 10% crit. I'm not gonna spend 4 gold to roll into something worse. Damn shame. Have to click on Mountain Pass, it's just too good of an event. Is JJ even a good thing for me to do? I mean, currently the Armadillo is better than Cash Register, I suppose. It scales my money if nothing else. Like, I've got a rewards card going on Masterpiece. No way we use Jabalian Drum with Crook. And I will happily sell Lumbors a second time.
I'll come back someday.
Like I was saying, I will happily sell Lumbors a second time.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
The Armadillo is a little bit confusing. He really shouldn't be here.
Are you sure?
But outside of that, the build's still really good.
Noticed I'm huge.
My fight isn't with you. But
Cove, Silencer, Claw, Shadow Cloak. I don't know, man. Like, it's gonna slap moderately hard, but I'm just gonna kill him, right? It is a big cove. Yeah, he's dead.
bring her
Silver
about.
Jabalian Longbow
I've got
just still
another
around, slapping people for obscene amounts of damage. I get worried when I see builds like that where I can't immediately understand why it's good. I feel like my opponent knows something that I don't. In this case, the answer was it wasn't good. It's an expensive roll. I'm pretty broke. I'm happy to go get another random weapon. That's not a flamethrower at all. Should have been more specific about what I wanted. Now, Ayla, on the other hand, I will happily go to this store.
Oh, I do miss it.
We actually have huge amounts of gold at this point with that
You carry my weapon?
masterpiece scaling up all this time.
Go make some more stories. Then come back and tell me.
No, they used to be deadly when she enchanted them. It's still insane, don't get me wrong. I'll happily take a golden double damage crook. It's a pretty big step up for the build.
Action.
I would like to buy and sell those too, actually, so I'm going to. The flail is much better than Armadillo.
Use it well. Make me proud.
I don't have any reason to sell the slingshot just yet. I'll happily fight Trash Town Mayor.
Welcome to Trash Town, a completely real place. Now pay your taxes.
Welcome to Trash Town, a completely real place. Oh man, I like a lot of the voice dialogue they've added to the game. I really like that one.
Typical smear.
I would love augmented weaponry. Like, I'm gonna do a lot of buying and selling in a Regal Blade build. I'll also take a dog. Like I said, I'm gonna do a lot of buying and selling. It's much slower than the boomerang. Base damage is down by only 10. It could theoretically become better pretty quickly. I'm gonna take 14 gold. I'm not gonna take loot over that. I can get an upgrade hammer for 3% CDR on something eventually. I think I'm just happy to go Sylvia though.
Delightful to see you, darling. I certainly
Am I gonna
for you.
roll here? I've got the gold for it. No, I don't have one of those in my inventory. I thought I did for some reason. I think I bought a couple of them this run already. What am I stacking value on right now? Well, at that store, the answer was nothing because I'm bad at the game. At this store, the answer is the correct stuff, just random trash I intend to sell.
I suppose I'm something of a...
I did make the case that the new ledger should just be a good value stacking item. I think that's true. I probably should have bought it before I sold the last two of those, though. The first time this goes off, if you sell the things it's going on to immediately, it generates +2 gold, which is 10 sales from now. I think in terms of stash space, it's just not really worth.
I'm
gonna pass on that.
I'd say the result
That's kind of insane. Once you get this thing up to gold or diamond, the amount of value you get from the loot's kind of just absolutely wild. I'm never running this dog. I'm technically making my build worse for the fight by keeping it in my inventory.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabalians. My people...
So how much do I hit for? He has 875 health. He's a lower level than me, presumably. Yeah. He has an Atlatl being scaled by silver weights. This is not the way. His Regal Blade is a third the size of mine. He does not have an Obsidian Crook. These pigs are not the same. And this thing hits for 200 now, which is not bad. It's not good either, but it is a relevant source of damage that you need to consider in fights. It is no deadly Crook. The old Ayla would have hooked me up. I'm happy to go Kina here. I would much rather say a belt than a boomerang in the PvP fights. And I'm willing to roll for that chance. Pawn shop. It's a little bit late, but we're about to hit level 7 and I literally don't have an upgrade anymore now this has already hit gold. Like all of my upgrades already happened. Okay, pawn shop gives me a late game pivot. I'm very partial to pawn shop builds, so yeah, cool. If nothing else, it's a huge economy item. It translates my otherwise relatively empty upgrade into a ton of value. And I need to start scaling the pawn shop immediately. Go to the weapon store, see what we can find. Hey, Atlatl. That's awkward. I don't care about double whammy at all. It's so far away as to be irrelevant. These are 2 gold flips for 30 damage each. Well, this one's actually free. I think they're worth, especially with the pawn shop.
Use it well.
And I'll roll here. Am I just barely not able to afford a briefcase? I'm stupidly looking at selling the flail to get the briefcase because this is about to go to gold. It's 3 additional cells at 2 value each. The flail is slower than the briefcase. I don't really like either of them. I'm going to do it. I could have bought and sold the yo-yo. I'm fine with not doing that though. I like having some money left over. Anyway, upgrade a silver tier or lower item. This is the reason we're going into pawn shop. It's because otherwise we have no use for this upgrade. Without this upgrade coming up and already having upgraded everything I cared about, I might not be going in pawn shop here. I might do something else. Infernal kills you around 10 seconds in, which means I just lose, right? Because Regal Blade doesn't swing a second time. I just hit level 7. I'm a little bit ahead of health curve. I feel like it kills you around 10 seconds in if you have base health. I have 10%, or sorry, 10 regen. I'm at 1400 health. I feel like my 10 seconds number comes from runs where I was at like 1050 health. I'm up 330 health and 10 regen. And I really don't want to throw by fighting Inferno and just dying like a chump. Like if I had a gold boomerang too, it really hurts to throw fights. If I survive for 15 seconds, I 100% kill him. It's just a question of if I live that long. I have literally no shield. Pawn shop cripples my damage because all my damage comes from being a crook build. It's so much more gold and experience to fight Infernal, man. All right, let's throw for content. I'm fighting Infernal. I have no disruption and no shielding. This will give me a clear benchmark for how much damage it does. I think I kill with second Regal Blade swing, but the question is if I live that long. If that's 70 burn, I don't think I'm living another 7 seconds because that's going off. Oh, we actually just killed with a Jabalian shot. We don't need nearly as much as I thought we did. Yeah, we killed it 10 seconds with the second wave of this stuff. Okay. If I had just realized I had the multicast here and done the math ahead of time, I was like adding everything up. I was like, it's gross overkill at 14 seconds. I should have checked to see if like, yeah, there's no crits involved here. He has no disruption. This just kills him at 10 seconds guaranteed, apparently. We're not throwing for content, we're just demonstrating how bad we are at the game. I have 2 small items, it's a little bit of value at Barcoon. I also exclusively care about large and medium items, which makes him a pretty good shop, but I'm bankrupt is the thing. So I want 2 gold and a weapon. Not that weapon. I'm much happier to go to Andy now. He's just got smaller items that are easier to flip. Sadly, I'm not quite in the mood to spend 8 gold flipping at the minute. I will flip for 2 gold though. Maybe I should have flipped that just because like it's the last shop of the day, but holding the gold for tomorrow seems like the right plan. I'm up 2 wins on this guy. I feel very strong. I just killed Infernal in a crook build. That's easy to feel. Silk Scarf, Spiky Shield, Boomerang, Yo-Yo, Piggles, Signet Ring, just random pile of shit. This board rapidly deteriorated to reveal he started with Silk Scarf and he is all in on that strategy, and it's not good enough. The Regal Blade cancels it out, the rest of my board kills him. Oh! The timing's a bit rough though, isn't it? Thank God the rest of his board did literally fucking nothing, otherwise I might have died. Oh, that was terrifying. If that scarf were any bigger, I would have just lost. Also, I got a Piggle from him. I'm glad the game is interrupting this, so I can sell the Piggle and get my coins from the cash register. Shield, heal, and regen, gotta go with gold here instead. Coolant Leak is traditionally very, very good, but even in a build that might have an Atlatl down the line, it sucks to roll though, that's the thing. I'm gonna take Chocoholic because I'm a pawn shop build. Like, this isn't traditionally a good skill, but if I'm trying to scale specifically a pawn shop, it gets a lot better. I'll go to the first page of Chronos here.
I can turn your minutes into hours.
Turbo Yo-Yo, huh? Haste 3 items for 2 seconds. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this 1 second. That's like actually just good haste and pig. I mean, it required an enchant to do it, but still. Although, honestly, at 9-second charge 1, maybe this just isn't nearly good enough. It's a 4 gold flip on that yo-yo. I think I'm gonna have to pass. And I guess there's no reason for me to sell anything just yet.
So, you don't want...
A little bit of rewards card scaling, not a big deal, unfortunately. Middle flips are a lot better than they were yesterday.
I'm pretty laid back.
Oh! I mean, yeah, that's all right. How's this apropos chapeau looking? I've got tool on the crook, I've got weapon, don't have any properties or apparels. Wait. Oh, the briefcase is an apparel? I'd argue it's a fashion accessory. I mean, yeah, I just have to buy this. If I buy this at 16, roll at 18, I'm left with 9. That is enough to buy and sell something on the next page.
Bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Just kind of hoping to buy like a weapon. 4 gold for a gold chocolate bar in the pawn shop scale. I don't think that's worth. Do we actually beat Radiant Corsair though? Like, we have no bonus health. We have to kill him twice. Like, we don't have an Atlatl is the thing. It's like yesterday all over again. There's just a big, impressive red guy on the right side of the board. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna die. I can't fight him. But seriously though, I think I can't fight him. The dude has 7,200 hit points. Yeah, this build just doesn't do 7.2 thousand damage, period, end of story. I guess I'll fight Joyful Jack about it. I would really like to go for Fiery Rebirth, but like, dear god, I am so far from killing that parrot, it's not even funny. If I get equivalent in exchange, it will never be valuable unless I random in to specifically heal and poison. So there's nothing here I care about. I just want poppies because that would be the biggest gold value. Do I care about large items? I care about going to shops. I can flip it for extra value with this. What's this pawn shop up to, by the way? It's still completely a baby. It's not even very good. The sad thing is if I give a random enchant to the insect wing and it gets like golden or shiny, I can't put it on the pawn shop. There's nothing I can do about that though. Well, if I got shiny, I just put it on the Regal Blade and laugh straight to the bank, right? That one's not a big deal. Do I get an item? Because Pole is such a bad shop. I'll go Pole. It's worth being bankrupt if he gives me specifically the pawn shop. If I roll and sell these, I'm up 4 gold at 16. I cannot afford to upgrade the pawn shop there. If I sell this, it still wouldn't be good enough. I needed first page pawn shop if we're going to upgrade it here. I'll be on my way then.
Too heavy? They tell me it's a problem.
Curio is quite good with pawn shop Regal Blade. Going to hit him up.
Just close your eyes and grab something.
I'll take the old sword.
Doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Oh, should I be like putting that on something else? I mean, honestly, the only weapon on my board I intend to keep other than the crook is the Regal Blade, so probably put all the buffs on it. I'll take the spiked buckler. I'll take the clockwork blade.
Waiting for you.
Oh, it's even better than I thought it was because the mediums are going to give me extra items.
That's a bargain.
Is there an argument then that buying anything is 2 gold for 30 health and pawn shop scaling and therefore worth doing? Yes.
Reuse everything. Warms my rusty circuits.
Just buy the entire shop. Right, we are running out of money though, which is kind of important. I can take Junkyard Club, a Runic Axe, and Feather. Seems good.
Ooh-wee. Now that's a bargain.
Chocoholic's actually giving me a not insubstantial amount of damage reduction. Or sorry, health. Yeah, I can get this too. Sure.
Been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Alright, that's big scaling. Runic Blade over 1,000 on day 7.
Are you sure?
Sometime soon I'm gonna have to make a decision about going into pawn shop or relying wholly on Runic Blade. I guess that decision point really is just when I get my enchantment and I see what happens. He's a poison build? I mean, I've seen Turtle in the current meta just do nothing. So I think Turtle Shell and Pearl's generally just so much weaker that I should win this, but I could be wrong. Certainly Turbo Turtle Shell Pearls, duplicated pearls with pufferfish would be how to make this work, but it just still doesn't. Oh my god, we got there.
Less blunder.
He was alive at like no health after that last Regal Blade hit. Even with a relevant enchant, for some reason, at level 9, maybe that display's still bugged and he just leveled up very quickly. Yeah. Oh no, he probably started with the pearl. That's probably all it is. So this is unfortunate because if I wanted to take the level up reward and get spare change, it would overwrite cash register loot. It's not really useful. I just have to take gold tier silver loot, even though I would generally prefer the big pile of spare change. Truffle, huh? Oh, sell the coins, make the room, put the truffle on that. I guess I should have done the truffle thing with rewards card, you know, like not an idiot. But here I am.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish.
Yeah, I think that's a step up over the briefcase. It's a minor improvement at least.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Helps my health scaling plan. I'm happy to take this. I'm happy to roll.
Still,
Flipping at 8's a little bit too much. Kinda need that one. Do I need it or do I want it? Because I can get it. I have to sell cash register and wing. If I hold the wing for the rest of this day, I will get to upgrade the wing. I will get to see what that gives me and put it on the appropriate thing. Alternatively, I can ruin my economy forever, stop scaling the pawn shop as well, and just full random the enchant. Okay, cool. We're going to, as much as I hate it, pass on the golden boomerang. It is Bates. Go to Midsworth, be horribly sad about what I've done with my truffles. It does not take long for this piggy bank to happen better than cash register. I'm still gonna pass on it though. Like I can't liquidate cash register and do that smoothly. Get Wandering Shoal, should be an easy fight. See what my gold loot is, help my economy a bit. I would love for Thick Hide to be useful, but short of hitting like specifically a 1-weapon build down the line with only an Atlatl that has heavy, I can't imagine this would be too good. And right now we have neither an enchant nor an Atlatl.
You seem like a nice
Yeah, it's
person.
fine. Can't really imagine I'd use Amber, but it's gold. I think I go Mysterious Portal here over JJ. It's just 2 value in general. Mac, what can you sell me? A restorative fossilized femur. I don't really have any slow items, Mac. Gonna pass. I don't think rolling here is the right play. Mac items generally don't do well in crook builds. Mr. Moreland sells properties. I'll go Moreland for the scaling. I'm not super excited about it, but it's probably good enough. Lion Cane is now in range of the Fort multicast with the Omnibonk. Regal Blade is as well, except I've lowered its cooldown. Damn shame. Here's the thing, right? This pawn shop is nowhere near big enough yet. 1500 health is basically nothing. I'm genuinely looking at tossing the pawn shop and buying the fort. Because the fort's just actually good with Lion Cane and Regal Blade. I don't have the health stat going for that to work yet. And I needed that diamond for Regal Blade to work, so that likely throws the next couple of days and kills me. I do really want the fort, but I think it's just bait. I needed a diamond and I can't afford to float one, so I'm going to roll. I think that is just clearly worth selling the rewards card for. It's only at silver. It's 1 gold every time I sell an item versus 2 gold every time I specifically go to a shop. Yep, you've been wonderful rewards card, but it's time for you to go.
No one can say that wasn't.
And suddenly, that's looking much more viable as a long-term plan. Also, I may as well buy this ATM now that I have tons of cash.
We'll discuss some more serious
Shielded, you say? No, I really don't think I'll be settling for shielded. I am going to randomly enchant this wing and make a decision based on what it hits.
Old friend, I'm pleased to finally meet you.
What do we have going for us? The illusion of motherfucking choice. That's what we have going for us. How dare you? I go through all of this, optimize my play as much as I fucking can, and it's still like, haha, now you can continue picking which item to put shielded on. Jesus Christ, fine, put it on the Regal Blade. Oh, that's so tilting. Like, what's even the point of making decisions? It's fine, like, shielded on Regal Blade isn't even that bad. There's a lot of burn in the meta, there's a lot of damage in the meta, very few strict poison builds. 32 burn, huh? Why, though? Why do you have 32 flat burn? Oh, it's fiery. Okay, that makes perfect sense, then. I'm pretty happy with the shielded enchant all of a sudden, although I think I would have won with literally no and oh, he lived through that. I still think I'd have won with no enchant. Dude just had no defenses. I'm not one to talk. I was fucking bullied into taking my defenses. But hopefully we can get something going on with Pawn Shop very soon. Our Regal Blade's enchanted. We have the Lion Cane. There are 6 slots left. 3 of them are spoken for. I mean, honestly, like, even at this point, it's not quite good enough. It's getting distressingly close, though. Oh, chocolate bars are just actually good now. Like, once this goes to diamond, I'm happy to go chocolate bars. And I don't think I'll be spending money on this. My income's honestly not that good. I will be going Finn every time, though. I would like 5% of my massively inflated value.
Unstoppable.
10 shield or 5 regen. Well, that item's pretty slow, so that's pretty obviously regen. Oh, hey, it's Yardan. I've never actually got to see this guy before. I mean, I take the one where 2 more experience. I won't be seeing Yardan today either. Would I want a shadowed cloak? 3 seconds of haste is not quite enough for full haste uptime on anything, but it is a lot of haste. No, I just can't really imagine it being... It's better than Boomerang, like, I'll give it that. I would happily run this over the Boomerang and just put it on the shielded Regal Blade. But other than that, there's no hits here. I was gonna say these enchant options are actual factual trash, but since we have the shield enchant and likely won't be overwriting it. What do we get for our loot, by the way? Something useless, of course. Pygmalion skills are just genuinely very awful, but there is the one crook damage skill, right? I think I'm willing to roll here because of that. 20 damage to all weapons is not terrible. All right, cool. We're going pawn shop. It's locked in. I would like you to double my value, please. So, is there an argument to, like, other items? It doesn't seem like there would be. I think all of that's trash and I just have a missing item slot. I mean, I can throw down the emerald. Let's go Quixel, see if we can't find something. I mean, I'll happily take a loop and an ATM, and I've got the money to roll. Deed, huh? It's just a lot of stash space. It feels very awkward for me to manage it. Once I trigger it the first time, it generates 20 gold, and I'm up 4 from when I bought it. Assuming I can arrange it to hit 2 items, which is just like all the stash space I have, but possible. I'm gonna try out the deed.
Guess I've been winning too much.
Oh, I got a shock bar. I was like, what are you talking about?
And then there's boring size.
Oh, and Chocoholic actually makes the deed better? That's hype. I guess I could have bought and sold the cash cannon. Maybe I should have. I feel pretty good. I don't necessarily feel like I'm gonna win on day 9 with this, but my massive increase in health probably means the build is better.
I should warn you.
Yeah, no, I have like 10,000 health, don't I? I think I actually do feel good on day 9.
I'm a bit of a legend.
I lost like 40% of my damage and gained 250% more life. That's not gonna crit. I'm gonna be slowed into the ground. He doesn't heal though. I think I just win this in a nasty battle of attrition. It takes like until Sandstorm gets here because I'm permanently slowed. But I will hit him with the Regal Blade and Lion Cane again, and then he'll be dead because he has no scaling and I just have an obscene amount of health. Oh no, he does have scaling. He has Train, so he's slowly ramping this stuff up. But I don't even know if he killed me without the pawn shop. He certainly doesn't kill me with it. The emerald is doing its best. He's trying, man. Please don't make fun of my emerald. Okay, yeah, that showed up after the fight. I was wondering why my inventory was full and worried about coins from cash register, but we're good. Just showed up before the day transition, which is a bit strange. Yeah, you just go pull here and buy a double whammy and win the run, right? Like that's all you do. It's that simple.
This is talking fast.
I can buy, sell that, get the chocolate. Doesn't seem worth 6 gold. Oh wait, but I have the loop. It's only 5 gold. I'm just going to roll, because if I find something I care about on the next page, I really don't want to miss it as a result of being a goofball.
Oh, it will be there long after you are gone, and so will I.
All right, Middle, you're the one that's actually great for flips now.
I want what's right for you.
I don't think I can ever use an Atlatl, and I definitely can't ever use an Atlas stolen. I need to sell 5 more items.
Oh, delivery.
Get that one, roll.
I like the exercise.
That's a lot of economy. Not that I can even afford the damn thing. Why is this all so expensive? This inventory management game is the worst puzzle of all time. I'm just gonna sell this now to make stash space because I know I'm going to need it. I'll figure it out by the end of the day. I'm gonna sell this. I just barely can't afford Pygmalion's Dagger, which is such a good econ item. I'm gonna pick up the booby trap, going to sell it, and then we'll do the next sell after the boomerang and figure out how to get it to work. Surely this is functional. Surely we can do this. This is an easy for all street champion. We have nothing that we care about that is not a weapon. In fact, we just have nothing that is not a weapon, full stop. I figured there'd be something, but these don't even have uses. They just sit there looking pretty. So it looks like you can just Regal Blade people into the ground. I wouldn't even really call this a Crook build. Crook was just like a mid-game piece of the board. With everything being slower, you have more time to like scale up a Regal Blade. You have more time to figure out your economy and get pawn shop going. I don't know. It feels like this is just more viable than it used to be with Crook as the much better stopgap than it was in the past meta. That was what I was afraid of. I needed to get anything that wasn't 3 slots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the chocolate bar to upgrade the value on the cash register, which at some point will get sold. Not happy about it. Vial of blood for 15 gold. Is there any world where I run the actually, is that not an improvement to the board? Certainly annoying. I don't think that's actually an improvement to the board. I think it is a joke. And I like having stash space with which to actually play the game and like click rewards. Scale up my pawn shop, etc. What's this at? Only 6. I can take it to 7. Go to JJ. Oh, I could have just done gumballs. What am I doing? There are items I won't, but I should not have come here. So I take it to 7. I sell that. It goes to 8. I get 3 items. I need 1 more item. That's fine. I can afford to buy both of these. I don't know why I'm so rich. I guess I got a diamond iceberg is the answer. No, I can't sell that one first. I have to sell this one first. And then this one. Right, there's a bug with Chocoholic. It doesn't give you the second chocolate bar if you currently have the first. I don't even understand how. I don't know. Gold indeed does seem to generate an absolute shitload of money. If you can figure it out. It would generate more if I had gone to gumballs like a smart person would have. Lemonade stand with Chocoholic. Yeah, okay.
I get it. You're busy.
Just can't really say no to that. The deeds generated enough money. Let's get some health. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna buy the rest of the shop too.
Come back for a refund. Happy to make a sale.
Maybe that was a bit overkill. Maybe I'm being crazy here. I have a good shot of leveling up off of this. I do.
They build.
Upgrade an item. I think that's an easy lion cane, to be honest. 20% of my health is kind of a lot more.
Now that's quality.
Just gonna bonk people. That might one-shot my next opponent. It is a pig. It probably won't one-shot him. I'll put the Regal blade in the back. I'm kind of ashamed of it compared to the rest of my board. The diamond stuff can all be together on the left, being proud. Level 13, same as me. I mean, 13,000 health, big-ass bonking stick. It's not like a particularly powerful build. You can scale a lot harder than this, but it's far, far from weak. Obsidian Subscraper Fixer-Upper. I guess I'm dead. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. Like, fuck me. Also, he has bonk just to rub it in. Yeah, I don't know why that's at such ludicrously high values on day 10, but that's just auto loss to everyone in the game. No one beats that. That one-shots most opponents. Why the fuck is it already at 4.5k on day 10? Calm down. I've got a good chunk of gold, but like, just get chocolate bars, right? No reason to spend gold on it. There's maximum 2 days left in the game. It's right to sell this now for the value. Oh, right, and it's net gain to get chocolate bars, and I'm gonna go after gumballs after this because it's just what Lemonade Stand wants me to do. Why did I buy 1? Now I have to buy 4 more the hard way. I've doomed myself. Good gumballs, though. Like, I really would like to get a belt instead for maximum bonk. So there's arguments to going to JJ and Kina, but there's so much guaranteed value elsewhere that I, like, it's just the issue with Pawn Shop. It makes weird stops incredibly good, and you start finding a hard time going to a shop. What are you gonna go to a shop over? Experience, fights, guaranteed health, guaranteed value off of gumballs and chocolate bars. I think one of the weirder hidden weaknesses of Pawn Shop is that it starts being very hard to look for items once it gets to diamond. I would never really care about anything other than diamond skills here, I think. Don't use large items. Their value's not that high. Going to roll. Well, I guess when I fall under half, I'll haste everything. It's not very good, but at least it removes it from the pool. Hey, Hattie, what do you have for me tonight? I swear to God, if I make it to 9-0 and then just crash out against 3 consecutive pigs to die on day 12, I'm gonna be so sad. That's very good. All of my weapons are pretty large. I can go Ayla, try to scale that. I can also just take the fight. Like, this is the exact problem I was talking about. I'm gonna go Ayla. The fight's not gonna level me up. I could win today. And there's a lot of value to be had at this shop, guaranteed. Also, all this. Definitely. Do I want the giant ice club to buy and sell as well? It's fairly minor, but it's only 12 gold. I say only, like I'm made of money at this point. What's the win rate on this dueling? He's at 4 wins. He's hanging on for dear life. That also means he like specifically lost days 1 through 6 consecutively, turned the corner, and is on a 4-win streak going into this part of the game, which is horrifying. I got a big stick though, and that's pretty much the whole build. Like, I probably don't win against anything super crazy, but I will absolutely bonk the shit out of a guy once. It's 5,000 health, so I will need to bonk him twice. Shielded missiles, does this scale? I'm not seeing the part where it scales. I am seeing the part where I'm slowed into the ground, which I don't like very much. It is going up, right? From what? Like, genuinely, I don't know where the scaling is from. I think he's dead. I think we've got him. But what's scaling him? I'm genuinely confused. Oh, right. It's scaling the that's a weaponized core. I had no idea what I was looking at with the obsidian weaponized core. Okay, it was just scaling the damage on a shielded missiles because it's to the right of a weaponized core. That's a shitload of damage. This thing dealt 10,000? Hold up, I completely ignored my opponent's apparently pretty sick build. They got heavy motherboard, which is going to haste the core forever and give it damage when it gives it haste. Then it's getting haste from here as well, giving it more damage. All of this scaling is doubled, and this thing is apparently fast enough to meaningfully rivet gun it to an even higher speed. Oh, and it's also being double hasted by the missiles with the metronome from the other side, while it in turn scales the missiles up. That's actually a really cool dually build. I can see how that's turning the corner. However, have you considered very large stick and massive fuck off pile of hit points? Anyway, that's about how I thought my big game would go. This doesn't even feel like a particularly big high roll. Like, my economy wasn't insane. The pawn shop's final value is only plus 10,000. I don't have a belt. I didn't find many health scaling events. My weapons aren't that crazy. I don't have double whammy. I have an empty item slot on my board. Like, realistically, except for the pawn shop and the Lion King, these other 5 slots could have been blank and the fight would have played the same. I think Property Pig's just really, really strong, and I'm missing a lot of the stuff from the prize pass because I don't have, like, I didn't spend 1,000 gems or whatever, 10,000 gems or whatever to skip to the end. So I don't have the new cards, including stuff like VIP Pass that would scale this even harder, or Ice Luge, which would just send this to the moon. I think Property Pig is actually the strongest thing in the meta. I said at the start of this patch I was going to play a lot more dueling, but I genuinely don't like picking from 2 cores, and I don't like playing the character that didn't get new cards. So I might just still play a lot of Pig. I'm gonna play mostly Vanessa probably, and then like a good bit of Pig because I love Pig. But if you're a dually fan, then like, you know, maybe there'll be a dually meta where I feel good about him in the future. But right now, I hate having to pick from cores I don't like. I hate starting with less money, as this run showed. I really enjoy starting with a ton of resources. And I like late game scaling options. I like being able to have plans in your stash, like Pawn Shop, where you're building something up to pivot into instead of just like having pieces of a build and hoping you find the rest. With stuff like Pawn Shop, Fixer Upper, Subscraper, etc., it's sort of an inevitability. You find what you need early and it takes time to set it up and you need to figure out how to survive that long. And I find that much more engaging. Anyways, that'll be all for now. I'll see you in the next one. If you could hit the like button on your way out, I'd greatly appreciate it.